Welcome back to a video, guys. This is a set of videos that we did on my birthday between Nolan, Matthew, Sammy, and Danny Phantom. So this is all of us in the shifter carts right now as we follow behind Nolan, the Fairy King himself. We finish up the warm-up lap as we head down the straightaway. My goal is just to have fun, but also give Nolan a run for his money. As we head down the inside of him, trying to get around him, doesn't really work out. As we see lap traffic ahead, I dive down the inside of Nolan, and it just is not good. He turns in, I had a front bumper there, and not good. This is Nolan's point of view. As they head in, he sees me in the shadows. He looks over, he doesn't see me, but he takes this weird line of opening it up, and then I'm right there and just hit him. Fast forward a couple laps in, and I'm tucked still behind him. Again, down the inside, around this other person, and around Nolan, as I start leading us to this group of carts ahead of us. Now this, into the chicane, is a little sketchy, as we brake and go underneath this dude. And there's Sammy. This is the Bill U Leprechaun in the 30 cart. Lots of shoving and pushing, and we try to send it down, not really good, and we come down the straightaway and we're able to get ahead, and we get the blue flag. As we head down into turn 1, we're going to fast forward back over to Nolan and see his point of view through that situation. There's me right there. Nolan's going to get a super entry down on the outside and kind of pushes everyone out, and he kind of just gets ran over. This kid skids out, boom, and he will not be able to catch up to us due to that big contact. And he puts his hand up at the kid like, what were you doing, bro? Fast forward, there's me, and I'm going to try to chase after the Bill U Leprechaun. Very quick Leprechaun, but also very good at defending. She will definitely keep you behind. As I'm catching, we head into the teardrop, and into the final corner. Now, trying to see where is my best plan to attack at. As you can see, I try to go down the inside with my little half move, and it doesn't really work out too well, but I'm tucked in right behind her. I'm looking back to seeing where Nolan is. I can't see Nolan. We head into Schumacher, into the chicane section, parked right behind her. I had to get on the brakes really hard, and I'm telling her, come on, Sammy, let's go. No, she does not want to go. Final corner now. Give her a huge shunt, telling her, come on, let's go. Try to go around the outside. Is the around the outside going to work? We try to go around it. No, it's not going to work. We try to go down the inside. The 40's tucked in right there. Bad spot. Now, I'm going to look for a move. She kind of goes wide, and I just shove my nose down in there. Sorry, Sammy, had to do it. Get out of my way. As we cut back to Nolan here. This is us. This is me battling Sammy right now, putting the move down on her. And we're going to stick with Nolan and see how he attacks Sammy and see what he does. This is going to be no commentating, just straight up battling.
Sammy.
As we start with me, as soon as the caution comes out, I'm a little annoyed. I was on such a good lap. I was ready to set such a good time because at the time, Danny Phantom was ahead of me on the scoreboard. So I'm going to show you guys my preferred line on this racetrack here at K1 Carlsbad. You head down the straightaway, we're pretty close to the inside wall. I turn in, and I'm still really close to the wall. I'm feathering in the throttle. I'm pinned at this point. As we head into the hairpin, I had to dab off the gas back into the power. Keep it nice and tight over here. Very shortcutting the chicane. Letting off the gas, modulating the throttle, not using a whole ton of brake. And as we go through and keep it nice and tight, starting to finish out the lap. Pretty decent lap if I wasn't slowed down. So I'm not going to complain. As we shoot back over to Nolon to see the ending of our session 1. This is Nolon trying to put the moves on Sammy. They head down the straightaway. Nolan's going to go down the inside as the caution comes out. They get slowed up. Finally speed back up. Maybe not. Maybe they don't get sped back up. They do get sped back up. And Nolon is ahead as Sammy at the moment. Head into the chicane here. Nolon and I take a very similar line, but it's also very different. His line is much different than mine, especially our turns 1 and 2. But as you can tell, it can't make a difference out on the racetrack. As Nolon heads down into turn 1, there's a huge slider and bing! Contact. This is our standard race. That's me. That's Danny Phantom right there in the helmet behind him. This is Nolon. Nolon was going to take the reins here on our standard kart run as we start heading out now. Nolon, of course, leading the way. And I want to just critique Nolon a little bit on his move into Schumacher. He takes such a wide entry, and it leaves the gap open for people who are like me to dive down the inside and move him around or spin him to get the move done. So Nolon, if you're watching this and if you're this far into the video, tighten up your hairpin. You're bad at the hairpin, tighten it up. Trust me, you'll go faster. As well as when you watch his turn 1, he goes super wide out. If you look over to my turn 1, it's very tight, very narrow. But then again, it's all up to the driver. It's very depending on what kart you have, what type of racing style you are. You know, if you're into the smooth style, if you're into the hard style, it just really depends on what kart you have as well. As we follow with Nolon, just leading us to victory right now, leading the way for the boys. He's doing a very, very good job at the time, setting pretty good times. He's setting really consistent lap times out there as he catches the 3. This is where he catches them off guard. He gets some lap traffic, and here I am looking in the shadows. And he hits the brake really hard, and there goes me on the outside. And I'm able to take it, as well as Matthew takes him on the outside as well. And he's donezo. This is me coming down the straightaway now, after overtaking Nolon and Matthew. My turn 1 is still really tight. Keep a very tight line around this racetrack, as it's just the way I personally run it. I'm constantly steering through the little backwards S through there, as I'm catching up to lap traffic currently. Going. Am I going to look for a move? Don't know where to go. The 2 is placed so awkwardly. People around here have such an awkward line around here, and it's very hard for me to pass. As I shoot down the inside, and I'm going to get a huge push. And if you see right here, this is the push from Matthew into the turn 1 section. He shoves me so hard. Nolon going really, really wide, trying to get past the 7. Almost make contact. 7 down on the outside. Nolan's gonna lock it up. Doesn't go into the 2. Cut back to Matthew and I. We're having a scrap and a half. I am trying to make sure that the American boy, Charles and Clappin, stays behind me. As I shoot down the inside, nice little move down into the teardrop. We head back into the straightaway, keeping Matthew on the outside line. The inside is my preferred line and is the normal racing line. So if you have the inside for turn 1 here in Carlsbad, you probably will get the overtake done. It is possible to go around the outside, but it is much more difficult. As I'm leading Matthew and Nolan ahead, I'm keeping an eye on Matthew. I don't want to get dive bombed, and I know he's going to ride my bump, as you see. He's able to get down on the inside from right there. Am I going to try to hold it around the outside? I'm going to try to hold it around the outside, and I suck back on the inside and give him a huge bump. It doesn't really work into my favor. As I'm down the inside towards the hairpin, make a little bit of contact, tuck right back in. Matthew is a hard guy to overtake, similar skill level with me. As we look for a move, doesn't really work out. And again, a little too far back for a dive bomb here for the teardrop. As a new move I try to start doing, and it works out pretty well, especially if you have someone like Matthew or Nolan who's definitely looking to make sure you're there. As I try to go down the inside, give him a huge shove, not really going to work out. Try to get a cut back again, but the 4 is there, and this is a weird place. The 4 breaks to let us by, but we were already picking our lines. It was very an odd moment. As I'm back up on Matthew's rear bumper, as I head back down the inside, making sure he can't get that rotation, and dive down the inside of Matthew. As I'm trying to get the inside, as we head down into turn 1 and 2, holding off Matthew as he tries to do a switchback on me. Ain't gonna happen, baby. You already know. Covering you off, boy. Head down into the hairpin. We're gonna cut back over to Nolan as as Nolan gets a very good view of us battling it out. I'm down on the inside again. Bada bing, bada bam, get the move done. I use the brake to get the cart rotated. 17, while a very good cart, didn't have a lot of right-hand grip, so you would just get a ton of understeer. Yellow flag comes out, and I get a huge boost, and I'm just like, see you later, boys. You don't even know. And this is a very interesting setup. You have me leading, Matthew in second, and Nolan in third. And Nolan, who is very good at defending, I would not say the best at attacking, but he is very good at defending. Matthew, on the other hand, very good attacker, but his defense can be a little lackluster sometimes. For me, I would say definitely my defense can be a little too aggressive and not the best for everyone. White flag comes out. We have one more lap to go. It is myself, Matthew, and Nolan who will get the win in the standard part race. I am ahead only by margins as I'm catching up the lap traffic. This is what's freaking me out right now. I do not want to get into a scrap with the lap traffic. I'm trying to get ahead. As I try to go down the inside, the 7 blocks me off. Where is everyone? Matthew down the inside. He does a dive bomb into the teardrop section as I move over, trying to squeeze him down the straightaway. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? As I pull off to get the 7 by, oh, it's close. This is Nolan's view. As we are side by side, coming to the line, I'm pushing Matthew, and it just looks like I might have got it. It is close.